Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Sir, is my screen visible?
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, sir.
Just let me know when to start.
Yes.
Then I'll stop my sharing.
Yes, sir. You can stop your share screen sharing.
Yes.
The time is given at 2 p.m. We'll wait for 5 minutes. We will start at exactly at 2:05. Pandri madam, you can share your screen.
Hello.
You can share your screen, madam.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, good afternoon to all participants. We will wait for 5 more minutes for other participants to join. Okay, good afternoon to all. With due permission from the today's resource person and chief guest of the valedictory function, Dr. S.P. Chobe sir. So shall we start the session?
Yes, sir, we can start.
Okay, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Respected resource person, faculty members, and dear participants. A very warm welcome to all of you. On behalf of Sri Siddheshwar Women's College of Engineering, it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you to today's FDP session 2. We are truly honored to have with us our distinguished resource person, Dr. S.V. Chobe sir, a renowned academician and expert in the field of artificial intelligence and emerging technologies. Sir, we are grateful to you for accepting our invitation and sparing your valuable time to share your knowledge and experience with us. So now I request Professor Annapurna Salunke ma'am to kindly give a detailed introduction of our esteemed resource person, Dr. S.V. Chobe sir. Please, ma'am.
Thank you, Pallavi ma'am, for giving the opportunity to introduce our today's guest. A very good afternoon to all the respected participants joining us online. It is my great pleasure to introduce today's esteemed resource person, Dr. Santosh Kumar Chobe, who is currently serving as head of the Department of Information Technology at Pimpri Chinchwad College of Engineering and Research, Rawat, Pune. Dr. Chobe is an alumnus of prestigious Walchand College of Engineering, Sangli. He holds a master degree in computer science and engineering and has completed his PhD from Savitribai Phule Pune University. With over 26 years of rich experience in academics, research, and industry, he brings a deep and practical perspective to today's FDP. He is recognized postgraduate teacher in computer engineering at Savitribai Phule Pune University and has successfully completed university funded R&D projects. His academic contributions include patents, copyrights, authored books, and more than 50 research publications in reputed national and international journals and conferences. One of the recent remarkable achievements under his guidance and mentoring, Pimpri Chinchwad College of Engineering and Research, Rawat, Pune, has filed 78 copyrights in a single day. Dr. Chobe has held several important academic and administrative roles, such as subject chairman and head of the department, and is an active member of professional bodies including CSI, IEEE, ISTE, and IETE. He also continuously contributes to industry academia interaction through expert lectures, seminars, and project guidance. We are truly honored to have him as a resource person for this online FDP, and we are confident that his session will be highly insightful and enriching for all participants. On behalf of our institute, I warmly welcome to Dr. Santosh Kumar Chobe for today's session on agentic AI and foundation models design, application, and research directions. I thank Pallavi ma'am once again for the opportunity, and I now respectfully hand over the session to Pallavi madam for further proceedings. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for the insightful introduction of Dr. S.V. Chobe sir. So today's session is on agenting AI and foundation models, design applications, and research directions. It is highly relevant in the current technological landscape. This topic promises to provide deep insights into intelligent agents, foundation models, their design perspective, real-world application, and future research possibilities, an area of great importance for teaching, learning, and innovation. So we are confident that your expertise and guidance will help all the participants gain a clearer understanding of these advanced concepts and inspire further exploration in AI-driven research. So now I request our respected resource person, Dr. S.V. Chobe, sir, to kindly take over the session. Over to you, sir.
Okay, madam. Just let
Yes.
me share my screen.
Yes, I will stop sharing.
Is my screen visible, madam?
Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
Yeah. Good afternoon, one and all. So let's start with our today's session. Let me start with the basic. That is, what exactly you mean by artificial intelligence? So AI basically teaches computers to think, learn, and solve problems like humans. Okay. Friends, let me tell you one thing. I'm assuming that my audience consists of uh, members from computer background and even non-computer background. So I'll be having, I'm assuming that I have a mixed audience. So I'll be covering some part for those who do not know much about the artificial intelligence. For them, I'll be again just giving the brief idea. So those who know this probably don't get like what I'm covering, right? Just the brief idea about it I'm going to speak about. So to begin with, AI basically teaches computers to think, learn, and solve problems like humans. So the technology challenge here is capability of computers to think independently and make decisions. So what happens is that when we say that artificial intelligence, the important part here in this is intelligence. What we do with the help of intelligence? So we need to have some experience. And based on that experience, we'll be taking the decisions as a human being. What about computers? So when we talk about experience, when we talk about taking the decisions, here it helps us taking the decision, that is our brain. Okay, so humans think by using their brain. But what about computers? So what is the brain for the computers? So how our brain makes decisions? So brain makes decisions using our knowledge and wisdom acquired through our experiences. Those who are from computer background, they might be knowing data, information, knowledge, and wisdom. That pyramid they must be having. So I'm having data. That data will be converted into information. And if I apply some value to that information, that becomes knowledge. And based on that knowledge, I'll be taking the decisions. And based on how wisely I take the decisions, that we call it as the wisdom. Now, our brain will help us to take the decisions based on our knowledge, based on our experience, based on our wisdom. Right? Now, this is with respect to the humans. What about computers? So AI enables computers with a brain. And that brain in computers, it is called as LLM, a buzzword nowadays. That is called as large language model. Now, slowly we'll try to understand what exactly we mean by large language model. So to begin with, you understand for computers when having a brain, that we call it as LLM. And this LLM will help computers to take the decisions by using something called as a knowledge. How our LLM will help computers to use the knowledge that we are going to look into our today's session. Okay? Now, when you interact with a system which has AI capabilities, then you get a human-like response. Now, let's talk about briefly evolution of artificial intelligence. When artificial intelligence started with, there is something called as rule-based. Then there new terminology came into picture that is called as machine learning. After that, deep learning came into picture. Then came the foundation models, and finally the agentic AI. Right? Now we are in the era of agentic AI. So today we try to understand how exactly agentic AI works. But let's try to understand the evolution of this AI in our further slide. So to begin with, rule-based AI. It is also called as
Hello,
symbolic AI.
hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, sorry to disturb you,
Yeah.
Professor Chobe, sir. Your voice is audible, but it is not clear. It's breaking in between.
Still.
If, if you can switch over to headphone or
No, I logged in through my laptop only. Is it okay now?
now it
Is
is correct, sir. Now okay.
it okay now?
Yes, sir. Yes. Please continue.
Okay. So I was talking about rule-based AI. So what is this rule-based AI? It is simple if else rules. That means if this condition happens, This is probably the conclusion. So these are called as simple if then else rules. Okay. How does it work? We need to have a knowledge. This knowledge will be encoded as a part of the rules. And here anyone can guess if this is the situation, what will be the conclusion. So this decision making will be too much deterministic. Anyone can predict, anyone can determine this decision. And once you take a decision, that decision might be wrong because probably I have taken if then condition wrong. So there is no learning from the data. I cannot learn, my system cannot learn from the past experiences. This is the major drawback of rule-based AI. So simple example if you talk about is if temperature of a person is greater than 38 degrees Celsius and if he or she has cough, then diagnosis will be clear. Simple. Okay. So this is called as a rule-based AI. If you can understand here, I'm having simple if then condition and based on that I'll be having some diagnosis. Based on that I'll be having some kind of decisions taken. What are the characteristics of this rule-based AI? So it is transparent and explainable. Transparent means, like why it has been taken decision. Explainable is also again similar to if you come to certain conclusion, why your model has taken this decision, that is called as explainable. This is again a buzzword which is coming into picture nowadays because of very few people are having trust in AI. So if I trust blindly AI, what are the consequences of that? That we are going to discuss today. The point here is, as rule-based AI is concerned, the better part is it is explainable, it is trustworthy. I can easily determine why this particular decision has been taken. It is brittle and hard to scale. What does it mean? If you are having too many rules, it becomes difficult for a model to give the decisions in short amount of time. It will take longer time. If the complexity of your rules increases, then the performance of the model decreases. So it is hard to scale. Scaling is the problem. Requires expert knowledge engineering. Whenever I'm going to set the rules, I need to know the knowledge of that particular domain. So it requires expert knowledge engineering. Use cases. The examples, very long back, there are some expert systems. For doctors also, if they want to take a second opinion, okay, whom to they can contact. So one option is they can communicate with other doctor or they are having some expert systems. So MySyn is such an expert system which can be used by the doctors to take a second opinion for a specific disease. And these are again simple decision support systems like manager wants to take again second opinion, then there will be decision support systems. This happened in early stages. Okay. The limitations of this industry cannot handle uncertainty. So whatever example I have shown here, if there is some other rule that comes into picture, if
Sir, your voice is not coming.
You're not audible.
Hello. Sir, you're not audible.
Might have some technical issues. Sir will join. So person is facing some technical issue. Is going to join immediately. We already have a discussion on the phone call.
Yeah. Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Audible.
Hope my screen is also visible.
Yes, sir. Visible.
Yeah, sorry, friends. There was actually a little issue at my end. So I was talking about rule-based AI. I think I got disconnected from limitations. Well, I was talking about the limitations. So limitations is like whenever these rules change, probably my model will not be able to take the decision what is to be done, right? So it cannot handle uncertainty. Rules explode with complexity. If the complexity of the rules increases, then also um, the performance of my model will get affected and no adaptability. I have made some mistakes. My model has made certain mistakes, but I can take those experiences into consideration and adopt so that my model can be improved. So these are the problems with the mistake. Then comes into picture something called as machine learning. As most of you might be aware of this machine learning, I will not go into much details of this. But the best part of machine learning is it learn patterns from the data instead of rules. Now we have seen rules, it might increase the complexity. It might fail when there are certain uncertainties. So they came up with something called as machine learning, which will learn patterns from data without taking rules into consideration. How does it work? It takes feature engineering into consideration by humans, and there is some kind of relationship. Like you can see X is Y, some kind of relationship. And the typical examples of this machine learning are some of these are not all again. But logistic regression, linear regression, decision trees are the SVM, then K nearest neighbor. These are some examples of this. Okay? And the characteristics, this is data driven. I am not considering this. I'll be talking about data. Requires structured data. The problem with this, you can say this, it requires structured data. It might not work that way if you provide unstructured data with this machine. Typical applications, typical use cases, spam detection. Like most of you might be working on this. Um, let's say I'm talking about a classification, whether an email, whether it is a spam or it is not spam. Okay. Credit scoring, then this is classification. So typically, this can be used for prediction. This can be used for the classification. But still, it has got certain limitations. Why? What are the limitations? Why there is a necessity to do? First is manual feature. Uh, my data will be having certain features, some dimensions, you can say certain characteristics I'm talking about the data. Now, if I want to engineer these features, maybe selection of features. So in most of the cases, I have to take time, which is a time-taking process. Struggles with unstructured data. Suppose if I want to work with text flat files, which does not have any structures. So even images. So these machine learning algorithms, they struggle if you're having structured. They work with they work well with structured data, but as with unstructured data, and then performance plateaus on complex tasks. If you are having very complex tasks, then performance will not improve. It might either remain constant or it might go down, right? So these are about the machine learning. Then came up with deep learning. What is deep learning? Basically, it works on neural networks. Okay? Automatically learn features from the raw data. How does it work? It has got multi-layer neural networks. It has got back propagation, and it will be having end-to-end. Examples like CNN, promotional. It works on images, medical scans, Then you another approach is RNN or LSTM, short long short term. Okay. It typically works on time series data. As data changes, as the time changes. So for such data, LSTM is the best approach. Characteristics, it has given the high accuracy. It can handle unstructured data as well. But the problem is it is computing intensive and it is data. It requires a large amount of data. And it will take very large computational infrastructure. It requires very large computational infrastructure. Typical applications, image recognition, speech recognition, even medical imaging diagnosis works in such applications. Again, limitations, task-specific models, and there is need of global data. When I want to classify, you might have heard about supervised learning, unsupervised learning, right? So I need, whenever I want to classify something, I will need here label. Okay? So these are the limitations I can say about the deep learning. Then came up with foundation models. So this will be talking more about it. Okay? So what is foundation? Foundation model is large pre-trained models that can be adapted to many tasks. So I'll be having pre-trained models, and these pre-trained models are trained on very large amount of data. Okay? Because my next point is how it works. Trained on massive and diverse data sets. Massive, very large amount. Maybe books, videos, text, large amount of data will be used for the training of this and diverse, different type of data. It can be text, it can be videos, it can be images. And it is self-supervised. What is self-supervised? It will learn from its past experiences. But what it requires is fine-tuning. I understood once my model has delivered some output, I found that there is some problems. Okay. Still, I might require, me as a developer of that model, might require some fine-tuning. Or me as user or developer of that model, I'll be requiring something called as prompting or prompt engine. So whenever I want to get proper output from my model, I'll be requiring proper prompting. I'll be requiring proper prompting. Examples are like BERT, BERT. It works on NLP. BERT stands for bidirectional encoder representations of functions. I will not go into details of each of these. Then comes the GPT series. You might be aware of this GPT series, like generating pre-trained transformers. Then comes this CLIP. It is also called as contrastive language image pre-trained. It basically works on text as well as vision images. Then comes this PALM, PALM. It was developed basically by Google's PALM system. It stands for Pathways Language Model. And the last one is LLAML, Llama call it as Large Language Model Data AI. Because as the name itself says that it was developed by Data AI. So these are examples of foundation models. What are the characteristics? Transfer learning, multitask abilities, can work on multiple tasks simultaneously. Typical applications, text generation. We are using most of the times this text generation. I'll use some prompt, I'll be giving some input, and based on that input, it will generate some text or document.
Hello, sir. Sir, sorry to disturb you.
Hello?
सॉरी टू डिस्टर्ब यू सर. व्हॉइस जे आहे ना ते लो पण आहे आणि ब्रेक पण होते मध्ये. Whether you are using headphone.
Yeah, I'm using headphone only. Let me change the word headphone.
त्याचं काय सेटिंग वाढवता येते का बघा, कारण का
काय होतं एक्झॅक्टली इको येतोय की डिस्टर्बन्स येतोय?
नाव इट इज क्लिअर. आता एकदम क्लिअर आहे बघा. नाव इट इज क्लिअर.
इट इज क्लिअर नाव?
नाही नाही, नो नॉट नाव.
Let me change the headphone. Is it okay, sir, now? Hello?
हा सर.
Is it okay now?
नो सर, इट इज लो, टू लो. मगाशी जोरात आला होता सर आवाज.
Now is it okay?
वाढवा सर अजून.
No, this is maximum. Let me check with mic.
आता पण आवाज वाढला का सर?
Best.
Best.
So now,
Sir, now it is clear.
sorry,
Now it is correctly audible, sir.
it's audible now?
It is correct. Thank you.
Okay.
Please continue.
Yeah, I was talking about applications or use cases of so text generation, summarization, and even code generation. Okay, most of the people nowadays they are using these GPTs or foundation models for code generation, and it is also multi-model reasoning. Now, what exactly mean by multi-model reasoning? See, I'm having AI system, okay, but is my AI system capable to understand, interpret what I want to say, and process information across multiple data types? Because as we have seen, my data type can be like text, it can be images, it can be audio, video, right, or even code. So if your AI system is able to understand, interpret all this, then we call it as multimodal reasoning. Okay. So what are the limitations? Mostly passive. It won't work anything on its own unless and until you give some prompt to this. No autonomous goal pursuit means it will not take any decisions on its own. It will give proper output, whatever you require, but that depends upon the prompt that you provide. And that's why nowadays prompt engineering comes into picture. Okay, and limited real world interaction. So these are the limitations of foundation model, and that's why there is a need of agentic AI. So what is the agentic AI? It is autonomous AI systems. Autonomous, it means that it can take the decision on its own. Okay, so that is autonomous AI system. So how does it? What is the core idea behind it? It can plan, decide, act, and learn to achieve the goals. So first of all, it will plan. Now, before it plans, it should know what is to be done. I'll go to the simplified architecture first. Okay, so here it is. First, it will set the goal. Now, what you want? Now you are having AI agents. What you want the AI agent to do? So that is goal. Once we decide the goal, once we means again the agents, once they decide the goal is this is to be done, that goal will be divided into smaller tasks, smaller achievable tasks. Okay, that we call it as the planner. Then how can I achieve these smaller tasks? We'll be using some tools. So the agents will interact with the external tools, or not only tools, it can interact with APIs also. Okay, so that they'll get these subtasks done. Then comes its observation. They'll keep on observing, or they'll monitor the outcome of your model. Okay, they'll gather the feedback, and if required, then this feedback will be implemented. It will be incorporated so that it will perform the it will improve the performance of the model. So that is observation. Memory is now whatever knowledge we have gained over this particular model, that knowledge will be retained over the time. And last is adaptation. As I said, it will learn from its past experiences. Okay, and if required, it will make certain changes into the model. So this is the structure of, architecture of the agentic AI. And how does it work? Whatever we have seen in earlier slide, that is foundation model. Along with the foundation model, along with foundation model, I'll be having planning. I have explained it. What is planning? Divide the task into smaller achievable tasks. Memory, store it. Tools or API, it will communicate with external tools or APIs. Feedback loop. Do I need something into added? Yes. And based on that, it will take some autonomous decisions. So this is how the agentic AI works. Typical examples: Auto GPT, Baby AI, autonomous robots, cyber defense agents. These are the examples of agentic AI. Okay, characteristics: goal oriented. It knows what is to be done. It knows what is to be done. What is the next is multi-step reasoning. What is multi-step reasoning? Me as a developer or me as a user of your AI system, I want to get some work done. Okay. Then what your AI model will do, AI model will break these queries into smaller and sequential steps so that it can reach to the answer. That is multi-step reasoning. Okay. And these are either autonomous or they need humans in the loop. Autonomous, they'll take the decisions. And they feel that whatever decisions they have taken, that decision is correct, go ahead with it. But in some cases, you might feel that, okay, whatever my model has taken the decisions, probably it might make mistakes. Okay, it might make mistakes. So there should be some human interference. That's why we call it as human in the loop. You take approval from the human and then only you go ahead with it. Okay, so these are the characteristics. Because again, it is an issue of trust in the AI systems that we'll again discuss once again. Use cases: automated research assistants. Okay, so many people are using these agentic AI as research assistants. Smart healthcare workflows, cybersecurity response systems, even software engineering agents. Okay, the challenges: safety. If I'm having some, let's say, in defense, I'm going to use some AI system. Is it safe for the soldiers? Is it safe for the, even healthcare applications? Is it safe? So safety is one of the key challenges. Then comes this explainability. I told you there is again one challenge or one concern as far as the AI models are concerned. It is trustworthy, whether it is trustworthy or not. I'm using it in healthcare. Shall I straight away go with that AI model? I'm not sure. So I need some kind of human interference, or if my model has reached to a certain conclusion, me as a non-engineer, I'm, let's say, from healthcare background, and my model has taken certain decision on certain disease. I should be able to understand why a particular decision has been taken. Okay, so that is called as explainability. That is called as explain. That means I will not depend only on AI. I will not, because now whatever the AI systems are there, these are mainly black box models or black box systems. They will give the proper output. They'll take the input. They'll process that data and they'll give the proper output. But they will not explain why this particular decision has been taken, why this particular output has. So that is missing in some cases. And that's why I need something called as explainability, so that I'll be able to understand why my model has reached to a particular conclusion. Then comes this resource control and the most important, ethical governance. Okay, we all know that you are using AI, but how much ethics we are using? Does my AI model follow ethics? And that's why we need human interference in this particular thing. Okay, so this is a brief about agentic AI. We'll be discussing it in more detail. Now, there are some limitations as far as the traditional AI is concerned. They are very much task specific. They require labeled data. For uncertain data, they might fail. No reasoning or planning. As I said in earlier slide, there is no reasoning. Why? My model has reached to a particular conclusion. Bit difficult to understand, right? Passive, right? You give a prompt, then only it will work. It will not take any decisions on its own, except agentic AI. So I'm talking about the traditional AIs. Now let's come back to the foundation models. So what are foundation models? Once again, we have already seen these are trained on large scale data. So large scale pre-trained models trained on massive as well as diversified data sets. Large amount of data as well as diverse data. They are transferable across tasks. What do you mean transferable? I have developed a model. Okay, I have developed a model, and now I want this model to be used for some other purpose. Then I don't require this whole model to be retrained for another application. That is what we call it as the transferable. Adaptable. My model is working. It is giving some proper output, but do I require some kind of fine tuning into that model? Okay, so that it can perform better for a specific task. And that is what we call it as adaptable across the tasks. General purpose, you can get any work done from these models. It enables reasoning. I told you why it is so, why this particular decision has been taken. Planning, divide your task into subtasks, and language understanding. Examples are GPT, BERT, Llama, and Cloud. So these are the examples of foundation models. Now, once again, let's look into foundation models in detail. What it says that large data, it is actually plus large compute. Large data, we have seen it number of times till now. You are having very large amount of and diverse data. Plus, it requires large computing infrastructure. It means that it requires thousands of GPUs to process. Okay, it requires distributed training frameworks. And most importantly, it requires optimized algorithms or optimized techniques. Okay, and as far as the training time is concerned, training time is in weeks or even months. And that's why it is large data plus large compute. Then comes is the foundation model. We have already spoken about this. Foundation models are basically large pre-trained models. Okay, I will not go into much details of these foundation models now. And multiple tasks. My foundation models are able to perform multiple tasks. If I have built a foundation model for one purpose, it is trained once, still it can perform applications, it can perform tasks of varied applications, like can talk about classification, regression, generalization, right? Even summarization. So single model, once trained, can perform multiple tasks. Broad classification of artificial intelligence. There are so many types, but I have enlisted a few of them. It is discriminative AI, predictive AI, generative AI, agentic AI, reactive AI, hybrid AI, and edge AI. So I'll be focusing on generative AI in brief and agentic AI and little bit of details. So coming to the generative AI, what is generative AI? As I said earlier, it is kind of passive. It will be helping you to generate new contents. That will be again original contents. And these contents will include text, images, code, right? Audio, video, all that. But it requires human intelligence or human interference because it depends upon the prompt. Right? That is generative AI. But if you talk about agentic AI, it will take the decisions on its own. Will require minimal or zero human intervention. So these are the systems that can pursue, reason, plan, and act independently. Pursue what you want. They will be able to interpret what I want to say as a user of my AI model. So they will pursue, then they will reason. They will give me some output, but they will give me the reason behind it, explainability, which I spoke about. Plan, whatever goal I want to achieve, that goal will be divided into smaller achievable tasks. And accordingly, they will act independently. So this is basically agentic AI. Okay. I spoke about prompt engineering, just single slide of prompt engineering. Now this is again one of the key areas where people are in very high demand. Okay. When you ask anything to any AI system, you type in some text. Okay. So that is called as a prompting or prompt engineering. And depending upon your capability of providing the prompt to agentic, to any AI, not only agentic AI, to AI, better you will get the response. So it depends upon your capability to provide the prompt to the AI model. So this is basically prompt engineering. Just I'm trying to give the brief idea about it. How do I use AI in my daily life? This is a simple example I have given. I'm planning a trip. Okay, so I'm planning a trip. So my prompt will be, it might be different for each of you. Like I'm planning a 10-day family trip to Singapore and would like help creating a comprehensive travel itinerary. What you want, you'll have to specify. Our priorities are kid-friendly activities and attractions, helpful logistical details, and suggested packing list. So I'm asking everything. For kids, what is important there? Then what kind of packing I should take? We are having a family of 3 with 2 adults and 1 kid. So I'm giving this kind of prompt, and based on that, it will give me the detailed itinerary. I have not taken this itinerary here, But this kind of prompt I have to specify. So try to give the prompt as detailed as possible. Okay. Try to give the prompt as clear, as detailed as possible. Okay. Hope my voice is clear now. Sir, is my voice clear now?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Now, these are some other examples like customer service chatbots. Okay. Actually, I was trying with there is one chatbot by HDFC Bank that is called as EVA. Okay. What you can do is like you just log in, not log in, you just go to hdfc.com and there will be suddenly one icon comes up and you ask the questions. Okay. Problem with these chatbots is they will work only on the predefined questions. If you ask any question other than these predefined questions, it will not be able to answer that. So this is limitation of chatbots. Okay, but still it is an example of AI. You can have another example like virtual assistants. Most of you might be aware of this Siri and Alexa. Product recommendations. Very famous e-commerce websites like Amazon, Flipkart. You log into your profile, okay, and you browse something. Next time when you visit any other website other than even this Flipkart or Amazon, they'll keep on something called as push technology. They'll keep on pushing these advertisements. Suppose once I tried to browse mobile, I wanted to check mobile, okay, and I have not purchased that mobile. So still they'll keep on pushing. If I log in through my Gmail or to even yahoo.com, in that navigation panel, I'll be able to see the ads of mobile phones. Or I want to purchase a mobile. At the bottom, there will be some recommendations. Like they'll say that, yes, the people, those who have purchased mobiles, they also purchased these items. There might be a list of headphones or mobile cover or even power bank, something like this. So this is typically the example of recommendation systems. Content creation, we are using it nowadays. Like I want to create text, I want to create images, I want to create videos. So content creation is also another example. Now, coming to AI for educators. So this is idea in general I spoke about. Now I want to talk about AI for educators specifically. What are the different purposes that I can use AI for as an educator? So it might be like for creating visual learning materials, then generate plans, lesson plans, okay, most important, then teaching materials I want to create or write age appropriate stories and examples for schools, then design activities, worksheets, quizzes, generate audio content, simple explainer videos or classroom management, then personalized content for different learning levels. Right? So these are the different purposes that we can use AI as an educator. So let me explain some tools. Okay, I don't want to give most of the theoretical because I have been told that I have to explain some tools. There are so many tools available in the market, but I thought uh, by assuming our faculty members from engineering background, I should go with some of this. So there is one tool that I have used that is called as Khanmigo. So it is a product of Khan Academy. Okay, most of you might be knowing this. And they have taken AI support, open AI support, and it is for K-12, K-12 and college level. What is educational role? Don't worry, I'll just go through it and I'll explain the tool. Supports differentiated instructions. It suggests lesson ideas, then pacing, formative feedback. Okay, and it will help the students with the hints. You will be asking the questions, and for the students, it will give the hints, not actual answers. Then assist teachers with generating quizzes, explanation, even practice questions. It will help in. So what are the AI features in this Khanmigo? It uses opt-in usage with parental consent and student notification. It logs every interaction transcript for the teacher visibility. And most importantly, those who use ChatGPT, it also shows one line at the bottom. What is that line? It is the contents are AI generated. Please confirm before using. Okay, they'll give this particular kind of warning. Okay, so let's go to this tool. Okay, you need to log in. Actually, I have already logged in. You can see these are my profile. So you have to log in. Right? And here you can see once you come, you will come to this particular screen. Here it is. It shows the tools, all tools, plan, create. I will not be able to explain all the tools, but I will explain few of them. So let's go to plan. Okay, what do you want to plan? You can see class snapshots and all that. Okay, you just go through it. I'll just go to lesson plan. Now here it is. Lesson plan, describe the topic, which topic you are interested in. So I'll begin with machine learning. Okay. Now I want what you want exactly. So I'll be using what is machine learning. I want to, prepare a lesson plan on machine learning. So I'll just select that. Then it says that what format would you prefer? Whether you want your lesson plan, it should be a 5-part, 4-part. What is 5-part? It will give you the objectives, introduction, instruction, practice, and assessment. Now decide what you want. What is your purpose? If it is 4-part, it will be warm up, classroom, activities, lesson synthesis, and cool down. So I'll go with 5-part plan. Then what is the level of plan you want? Whether it should be in details or you want just outline. I'll go with details. Okay. And then click on start. And just wait. Now here it is. My main topic is machine learning. And in that I said, what is machine learning? So it has generated certain content, some lesson plan. Let's see what it has it generated. Just give me a moment. Okay, done. So let's go at the top and you can see here now. Lesson plan, what is machine learning? What are the objectives? So these are the learning objectives. Student will describe how machine learning enables and all that, right? Then by the end of this lesson, what we call it as outcomes, right? I'll be able to explain what machine learning is and point out ways it affects things I use every day. So this is, you can say outcome, but you'll have to formally write it down. Then what are the learning activities? So here it is warm up, then direct instructions, what is to be done, what I should do as an instructor. Introduce machine learning, then explain what is machine learning, how it is to be explained. You can see it is given here. What I have to emphasize on, that also I need to specify here. Walk through an example. I can go an example, then give some kind of what I need to present here, then explain all these things you can say. So the practice, what I can take the activity in the class. You can have think, pair, share activity in the class. Okay. Then you can have notice and wonder, display 3 short scenarios. A phone unlocks when it sees your face. How machine learning comes into picture. Okay. A music app suggests new songs. How machine learning comes into picture. Okay. And an email application that filters spam. Then you can have independent practice kind of homework. You can ask them to be done. Exit ticket. Then teacher resources where I can take the material for starting learners and advanced learners. What we call it as weak learners, advanced learners, slow learner, advanced learners. You can give them the different activity and some definitions that you may need to be highlighted. Okay, then extension, all those things, required material, lesson summary. So this is one thing that I could create. Okay, then I can click on this. It will show me the teacher tools. So this is plan. You can have lesson plan I have shown you. Then maybe I want to create. So what I can create, you can see here. I want to create multiple choice questions. I can have rubric generated. I can have question generated. Let's go with multiple choice questions. Okay. Then again, I want to create questions on machine learning. Okay. You can select on what is machine learning. Then for which level you want. Okay. You can go with the college level. Then choices. How many choices you want for a question? So typically 4 choices I'll be taking it as. How many questions you want? I'll just, for the demo purpose, I'll take 3 questions and click on start. It will take a moment to create questions. You can see now here we got questions here and it will give the reference where it has taken this particular question from. Okay. And it's not only I have to take these questions blindly. You can just click on this and if you want to change the question, you can edit it. Change means you can edit the questions. So that is also possible. So here it is given a question. According to the video, what is the main function of machine learning and artificial intelligence? So these are the 4 options it has given. Right. The next question likewise. And not only questions, here it is the answer key. Answer and why this answer is correct, it's expansion of this. So you can create MCQs likewise. You can change the options, you can change the questions. Change in the sense that we can update it. So this is as far as the MCQs are concerned. Similarly, you can create the questions. Um, you can create rubrics also. Let me show you a rubric generator. It is again for college level. I'll go with that. Assignment description. Let me check if I'm having some kind of assignment. No, it is not there. Okay. So what kind of assignment you want? You can specify here assignment. Okay. Then rubrics criteria. What criteria you want? Then levels. There it is. This is the rubric for levels for the rubrics. Emerging, progressing, excelling. Right? Students who do not perform well, for them you can give emerging. Those who are very good, you can give them excelling likewise. Right. So if I take with this, and then I have to specify here the assignment description. That also you can do. It will create the rubric. And one more thing I can show you here. So many things are there. You need to actually practice on it. There was a question generator. Yeah, here it is, question generator. Again, you can select the level. Again, I'll go with the college level. Number of questions, I'll take 3 again for the demo purpose. Text, I might write something like machine learning. I'll just copy it here from this. Machine learning, and then say start. Again, it will generate questions. Here it is. You can see there are some questions, 3 questions it has generated, the answer key of it. Again, if you want to modify the question, that is also possible, right? But here I'm just for the demo purpose, I'm giving minimum text, but you can give the text in detail as possible, right? So, and whatever documents you have created. So this is now you can create the class. I have created a class called as data science class, and here you can add the students. Okay, so you can invite them through the Google Classroom, or you can just class link you can provide them, or even you can create students accounts here itself. This is for the can create a students, create a class, and for the students, which students you are having right now, it will show. I don't have any student right now, but it can show. And then resources, right? And whatever you have done, whatever material you have generated, no, all this material will be stored under my documents. So today we have generated this. So you can see this. It is on the today's date, and I tried it earlier, so it has shown me all contents. Previous contents will be stored into my documents, right? So this is one tool we can have. Another tool is that Oak National Island. So it is developed by UK's National EduTech platform. So what is the educational goal? It generates entire lesson plans with linked learning objectives. It uses AI to suggest personalized quizzes based on prior lessons, targets teacher workload reduction and consistency in national curriculum. Okay, what are the AI features they have used? It is fully compliant with UK Department for Education. Something like some so UK has got certain regulations, and this Oak National they have followed the national regulations. Moderation LLM checks all content before publishing, and all plans include teacher edit options and AI origin flag. So you as an educator can edit the material that has been generated, and each content will be flagged that it is generated by AI. So let's have a look at this particular tool as well. It is little time taking, so I'll just cut it short. Again, you need to have account. I already have an account. Okay, so just start creating with AI. Okay, this is you can have one lesson plan. So I'll go with this. What it will create. Okay, so I'll just say create a lesson plan. In free version, it will create 3 lesson plans maximum. I have already created one lesson plan, and that's why the top is showing 2 or 3 lesson remaining. I have already created one, so one I'll be creating now. Now here I have to specify what do you want to teach. So let again machine learning. So I'll go with this machine learning, okay, and say okay. It shows the limits. Fine. You just it will show you the contents. You can see here working on it. It will show the contents. If you are okay with this, see these oak lessons might be relevant. Machine learning engines, then bias and accuracy in machine learning. These are the topics it has given. If you want to change, you can change it here. Okay. Otherwise, I'll continue. For time being, I'll continue. But you can see in this, it will create 10 sections. Okay, I'll just say continue. But before that, you can see machine learning. It is going to give me the introduction to machine learning. If I click on continue, here it is. It will create learning outcomes. Okay, then learning cycle. If you want, you can modify it. I'm not modifying it as of now. And if you see the warning here at the bottom, there is a note. ILA can make mistakes. Check your lesson before use. See more terms and conditions. Okay, there will be always this particular flag. Here it is. Now, as far as machine learning is concerned, what is the prior knowledge I need to have? So it is given here. Prior knowledge. Then what are the key points? Then misconceptions. What are the misconceptions as far as machine learning is concerned? It will give that also. Keywords. And then you can go ahead with. And one interesting part is whatever it generates, no, you can download also. It is given the started quiz along with the answers. Just keep on clicking continue. It will show you what is to be done in learning cycle 1, what is to be done in learning cycle 2. Okay, so what learning cycle, then you can have small quiz at the end of the class. You can explore more on this. Okay, so I'm just cutting it short. Then you can see learning cycle 2. What teacher is expected to explain? What are the accompanying slides? What it should contain? And again, to check the understanding of the students on it. It is learning cycle 3, and again you can specify all those things here. Okay, I'll just keep on continuing. The last section is remaining. I'm done with the teaching part. Now I'll be having the quiz. So it is exit quiz now. Okay, whatever I have taught, based on that, it will create a quiz, right? So all 10 sections are complete now. Additional material, if you want, you can have additional material also. You can add additional material. Yeah, you can now download it. Once all the sections are done, you can see these two buttons are enabled. Till then it was disabled. Okay, till now it was disabled. Now it is enabled. If you click on download resources, no, whatever you are done till now, it will be downloaded, right? So I will not download it. It will take time, but I'll show you it is already downloaded. Here it is. It will download in the zip file format. I'll just extract it here. Yeah, it is already extracted. And you can see now all this material has been downloaded. So you can, if you click on this exit quiz, here it is. Exit quiz is given here. Just you can upload this quiz as it is. Then maybe some, oh, sorry, it is PPT. It has given some PPT here. Yes, you can see. All the things are given here. You can see now. Your quiz is given here. Just you can do it in classes. There are 39 PPTs it has. So this is how it will help us in creating the activities in the classroom, the lesson plan, the quiz, right? So it can be used as an educator. And there is one more tool that is called as Jill Watson. I will not go to this now. Then there is one more Ilongo Maths. It is again used in, mostly it is used in schools also I have seen, because if you want to learn some different language, no, that also can be used. Different language in the sense that I'm talking about the our communication language, maybe German or something like that. So you can use this tool as well. Now, what are tools I have spoken about, but still people are working on further improvement in these tools. So what is expected in 2025 onwards? So there will be some dashboards. These will be emotion aware dashboards, or it can be multimodal tutors or federated student data source. I'll just give you a brief idea about it. So it is emotion aware dashboards. What is expected? So they will be having AI will be able to analyze inputs such as your facial expressions with the help of computer vision or voice tone and speech patterns. They might decide your mood based on the voice tone or even by using the speech patterns. Text sentiment in chats or written submissions. Sentiment analysis, again, people are working a lot on this sentiment analysis. So they'll be able to analyze the sentiments based on the text in the charts and physiological signals. The system generates emotion labels or engagement scores that are displayed on a dashboard. Nowadays, the biggest challenge is like when I'm conducting an online lecture, no, problem is engagement of the students, attention of the students, right? So with the help of these tools, we can understand the engagement of the students. So it will help us in getting the engagement scores as well. Then multimodal tutors. These are AI-powered learning agents that will be able to interact with students in a more natural, human-like and adaptive way. So instead of human, there will be a tool which will help the students, which will be able to interact with the students. And how they work? They integrate NLP, natural language processing, plus speech, computer vision, and gesture recognition. And they will allow the students to speak or type questions, point at diagrams, draw on touch screens, and use eye gaze or body posture. And the next one which we discussed was federated student data storage, privacy preserving model. And these AI models are sent to each data source. Local model updates are computed on site, and only aggregated or encrypted updates are sent back to the central system. So this is actually a future. Coming back to agentic AI. So we have seen what is agentic AI, what are the applications, but AI has moved from predictive to generative and now agentic. What is predictive? Based on some data, there will be some kind of predictions. Very simple example, typical example, predicting the house prices. I'll be giving you certain input like the area, BHK, number of BHKs, like how many bedrooms you want, 2, 3, 4, how many balconies you want. No, I'll be giving some input. Based on that, my model will be able to predict the prices of the houses in a particular area. So predict. Generative, we have seen. I'll give the prompt, will generate some text. Generate not only text, original content, I should say. It can be video, audio, all that. And now agentic. Generative is passive. Based on the prompt, it will give me the output. But agentic will take the decisions. So once I give the prompt, now what is required to be done further will be taken care of by this agentic AI. Right? So this is the journey of agentic AI, predictive, generative, and then agentic. So agentic AI refers to AI systems that can independently make decisions. This is the point that I'm highlighting since beginning. It will take the decisions, plan steps. I know the goal. Divide this goal into sub tasks. These are achievable and take actions to achieve a goal. Ultimately, I need to achieve the goal. So why we need to think of agentic AI? Automate entire workflows. I will give the prompt and everything will be done by agentic AI. Okay, it's not only the single task, everything will be done. Coordinate multiple specialized AI agents. There will be AI agents, and these AI agents will be required to perform smaller tasks. So there has to be some kind of coordination among these smaller smaller AIs. That is called as SLM, small language model. Okay, LLM we are talking about large language model. There is one more concept that is coming in that is called as SLM, small language model. I'll be coming to it shortly. So these SLMs will be coordinated by this agentic AI, will be coordinated by these LLMs. Adopt and make real-time decisions. Okay, I need some kind of data processing based on the experience. Adopt it, take the decisions. And most importantly, reduce human effort on repetitive processes. One more point I would like to highlight. We are talking about AI, but at no point of time, AI will replace the humans. Okay, most of you might be feeling like, "Abhi hamara kya hoga?" Don't worry. Whatever agentic AI or even generative AI is working upon, I kept on telling as far as generative AI is concerned, it is passive. Unless and until you give the proper input to it, proper prompt to it, it won't be able to work. Meaning of passive, right? Even though you're talking about agentic AI, it is taking the decisions, but you need to have some knowledge to give the proper prompt. What is to be done? AI is ready to do the work, but what is to be done? I should be able to get the work done from this AI. Right? So at no point of time, AIs will replace humans. So don't worry about it. They will, yes, they will help humans. They will make the task of humans simple. Here it says that last line, if you can see, reduce human effort. It will reduce the human effort on repetitive processes. They will not replace humans. Okay, try to understand this. Agentic AI, these are goal-driven systems. It is planning as well as action, and they'll make use of tools and APIs. Why LLMs enable agents? Okay, so LLM I spoke about, it is large language model. So they are used to design, understand, and process human language by analyzing massive data sets, very large amount of data sets, as well as diverse data set will be processed. So LLMs can understand the intent. What is your intention? And that's why I said, whatever prompt you are going to provide, whatever your thought process is there, that thought process has to reach to the LLM. That thought has to reach to the AI model so that it will understand your intention behind a particular goal. Then only it can generate the plans to achieve the goals. And obviously it will reason step by step. Why I have come to this particular conclusion. So that reasoning or explainability will be there. And if required, it will interact with the external tools. So all these are the capabilities of LLMs. So I spoke about chatbots. So chatbots are one short response. There are some predefined questions. You select a question, only that question will be answered. No other question will be answered. Okay, if you try to ask another question, it will again show you the same menu. So there is one short response. There is no memory. It will not store anything. There will be no action taken. It will just answer your questions. That's it. But as far as the agents or AI agents are concerned, they can plan, they can use tools, they can take decisions on their own. So they act autonomously and they'll go into iterative loop to improve the performance of my model. They will learn from their past experiences. So it is again differentiation between chatbot and agents. So chatbot is typically question answer kind of thing, whereas agent performs all these tasks. Goal, we have discussed this in detail. Goal, decide the goal, you know what is to be done, what is to be achieved. Plan, act, observe, and repeat the same task where the human efforts are reduced. So what agents can do? So there are different types of agents. One is called as retrieval based agents, task based agents, and autonomous agents. So what is retrieval based agents? Retrieval based agents are, they help in getting the information. Just retrieve the information. The name itself says that retrieval based information. They are having very large amount of data and they'll be able to retrieve that information. So if you want to find information, we can use this retrieval based. Those who are working in data mining or data extraction, for them these agents will be helpful. Okay, finding data or finding people. Ultimately, I want to retrieve, I want to extract some data. So here I'll be using this retrieval based agents. And so that they can provide generative responses. You ask me a prompt, I will be able to generate the response. But for that, I need a lot of information to have with me. So it is retrieval-based agents. Then comes is task-based agents. I'll be giving a particular task to that agent. And these agents, they usually work in the background. For example, request creation or travel booking or creating a quote. I'll just fire a query and in the background, it will keep on booking travel for me. Okay, so these are the task-based. First is retrieval-based. They retrieve information. They'll task-based agents, they'll perform certain tasks, and finally autonomous agents. We have discussed a lot about these autonomous agents. They will take the input, they'll process the data, they'll take the decisions if required, and they'll repeat these particular tasks. So the examples, full self-driving cars, then delivery and warehouse robots. They'll identify the obstacles. They'll change the path accordingly. They know where I have to keep a particular item. They'll keep that. So mainly in warehouses, these robots are used. Customer service agents to send responses to support emails. Again, human efforts will be reduced. Examples of agentic AI. So AutoGPT, I have already explained. There is one more example that is called Storm. Okay, this Storm was, it is rather developed by Stanford University. Okay? It is developed by Stanford University, and the main purpose of Storm, you can see the full form of this Storm. It says that synthesis of topic outlines through retrieval and multi-perspective question asking. So typically this Storm or even AutoGPT is used for article writing. Okay, I was about to show you the demo of AutoGPT, but it is taking, there is a long process. We have to install Docker and all that. It is installation process. So this Storm is basically browser based. So I'm trying to show you the demo of Storm here itself. So it will help me in generating the research article. So let's take a demo of this. So okay, it's simple. Okay. There are three different parts as far as the Storm is concerned. One is called a Storm. It is for articles. Co-Storm, it is for a roundtable conversation. You ask one question, it will answer that question. That's it. You ask one question, it will answer that question. So this is Co-Storm. And Data Storm is deep research with the data. Okay. So I'll go with this Storm because last simple I'll ask. So I'll be enter a topic. Okay. Topic here I have taken as, let's say, effectiveness of AI chatbots and tutors in the online classrooms. This is my topic. Okay. If you want to select another Google, another search engine, you can select it. Okay. Now by default, it will take Google. If you want something different, as of now, only Google is available, but they have given the facility to change the search engine. So it is my topic of the article. Say OK. Then it will ask me the purpose. Okay, I have written down the purpose also. For what purpose you want to generate this particular article? So the purpose I have written here is, I'll just read it. You can see, I hope to create a balanced article that shows both pros and cons of AI chatbots being used in the online classroom. That's it. Now it depends upon your requirement. You can change it and just click on submit. You can see now it will fetch these many sites. It is fetching these sites. It has visited these sites, and from these sites it will fetch the contents. You can see it may take 3 minutes. Just wait for, it will not take 3 minutes. It will generate within, I mean, less than that also. So it has fetched all those, and now it is generating the content for you. Step 4 out of 4. It is almost done. Meanwhile, if you want how the brainstorm process works, you can just click on this. Here it is. It has fetched the contents, right? And then it has generated this particular document. So that's also possible. And here is your article. Effectiveness of AI chatbots and tutors in the online classroom. You can see summary and context it has shown. And one important thing is here, it has given the citations also. See here, it has given proper citations also, right? So it will generate. Now, obviously, you need to make the changes. Again, there is an issue of ethics. Okay, so many people talk about ethics. Again, I'm telling you, whenever you are writing article, don't make use of this AI from scratch. It can be it can be used as an aid for generating the articles, right? People are using, these tools to generate the articles from scratch. Again, I will also not support this, but I'm just telling you the tools. These tools are there, so it can help you in generating the research articles. Okay, so here it is. Detailed articles it has given, and I think yeah, it will ask for feedback also, right? So this is how you can generate the articles. This is another tool that is called as the STORM. Applications of agentic AI. Healthcare diagnostics, cybersecurity monitoring, autonomous research assistants, smart manufacturing, and education and research. I think last point we have highlighted in detail. Now we have seen, the positive points of AI, but still there are certain, gray areas. So what are the challenges as far as the AI is concerned? Hallucinations. Before I speak about these challenges, let me talk about. There is one more terminology that is coming up that is called as responsible AI. Okay, it's not only AI, but there is something called as responsible AI. Whenever I'm using AI, what are the things which I have to take care of? Right? Me as an educator, or even me as an user or a student, what are the practices I should follow? So this is called as responsible AI. Okay. So the key challenges, one is called as hallucinations. Whenever you are asking the AI model to generate a research article, okay, it will generate research article, but whatever the results are there, these results are fabricated. These are not real. Those who have used ChatGPT might have seen it will generate the references, but whatever papers it has given, these papers do not exist at all. So this is basically hallucinations, right? So these are the article or the references. These are not in some cases, and that's why you as a researcher you should take care. These results are fabricated, so you have to be responsible. Then bias. Depending upon what kind of data is provided to this AI model, the model might have bias. This might be gender biased. Okay, so it depends upon. So again, you cannot trust this AI model completely. Explainability, again a challenge. It has reached to a certain conclusion. Why it has taken this particular conclusion? I'm not sure about it. So explainability is again a key concern. Explainable AI is also coming up nowadays. There are some examples of explainable AI that is called as sharp and line. People are working on that also. So that is explainable AI. Safety, obviously. I'm working or I'm using this AI in healthcare. Am I taking proper care of patients? Is my model going to take proper care of the patients? Okay. Whether it will perform some harmful actions, I'm not sure. Right? Will that model behave reliably? You might have seen, you might have read the news, the failure of autonomous cars, right? Driverless cars. Again, a challenge. And accountability. Again, most importantly, accountability. Suppose your model misbehaves or it performs, it doesn't give the expected results. Now, who is responsible? The user is responsible, or the developers of this is responsible or are responsible. Who is responsible for this? Our company is responsible. The user, the developers, or the company. What are the consequences of misbehavior of this AI model is that? So accountability, we have to fix the accountability. Okay? We have to fix the responsibility of misbehavior or what are consequences are there. Why we require human in the loop? As I told you in earlier case, I'm having issues with safety, I'm having issues with explainability, I'm having issues with the hallucinations. Can I have humans in the loop? So the human intervention is essential for validation, ethical decisions, and critical applications. How it works? Agent will generate certain suggestions. Then these will be intervened. These will be, gone through by the human. So human will give the approval and the necessary action by the model will be taken. That's why it is important to have human in the. Research gaps, what we can do. Okay. I have been also told that I have to think of, I have to speak about research gaps and even research directions. Okay. So what are the open problems as far as the research is concerned? Explainability in autonomous decision systems. We have spoken very positive points about autonomous decision systems. They process the data, they take the decisions on their own. But I should be able to understand why a particular decision has been taken. So explainability. Accountability, as I told you, whatever decision has been taken, who is responsible for the action taken by that particular agent. Okay, that has to be made clear. Still, as of now, it is unclear. Then energy efficient agents. So these LLMs, when you talk about, or these agents, when you talk about, itself says that large language models. So they consume very large amount of energy. They are very much computationally expensive. I told you they are pre-trained on very large amount of data and diversified data. We spoke about large data as well as large computing. So they require very large computing infrastructure. Right? Then so we can work on this. Can we reduce the energy consumption? That also open problem. Secure multi-agent systems. When multiple agents work, we have seen LLMs what they do, they coordinate among these multiple agents. But whenever we're talking about these multiple agents, there is a possibility that there might be some malicious agents in your system. Okay, they might spoof your data or they might perform some kind of adversarial coordination. Are you going to control them? And if yes, how? So that is also open a problem. Then trust and evaluation matrix. As far as AI agents are concerned, as of now, there is no measure for trust of these AI models. I cannot quantify the trust. So you can work on that also. Then comes this scalability and efficiency. As I spoke about small LLMs, it is also called as SLM, small language models. Instead of working on a single large language model, can I have multiple small language models so that I can combine them together so that it will improve the scalability? For one task, one SLM will come into picture so that if number of tasks increases, there will be no impact on the performance of my model. So scalability. And obviously it will improve the performance. It will improve the efficiency of my model. Then comes this multi-agent, sorry, multi-agent coordination. Okay. So I'm having multiple agents, I'm having multiple SLMs. So can I have one agent which will be able to coordinate among these among these SLMs? Advantage of SLM is it will improve scalability as well as efficiency. But can I have another agent which will coordinate among these SLMs? And finally, benchmarks and standards. As of now, there is no standard benchmarks to evaluate agentic AI systems. You can work on this also. You can set the standards, not set, but at least you can propose the standards. Okay, so these are the research gaps. And sorry, for PhD or even MTech projects, I can provide some ideas like agentic AI for healthcare decision supports. But again, when I speak about agentic AI, explainability has to be there into picture. Because agentic AI is autonomous, but trust is again a key challenge. So if you provide me the explainability, because in healthcare, doctors or these clinical staff will not understand why this particular decision has been taken. Can my model explain why that model has reached to a particular conclusion? So explainability will come into picture. Multi-agent cyber security systems. Can I have multiple agents, those who are working in the cybersecurity system? Nowadays, cybersecurity is again a great concern. So can we have multiple agents that are working on the cybersecurity systems? Explainable LLM agents. I spoke about it a lot, right? Age-based agentic AI. In one of the previous slides, I spoke about these are very data intensive. These are very compute intensive, right? That's why they cannot reach to edge devices like mobile, like laptop. They cannot reach to these devices. So can I propose some solution so that these edge devices also can use agentic AI with almost the same capabilities? With almost the same capabilities. So these are also, area where you can work upon. Yeah, these are the some of the references that I have used. I have come to the end. I think I have not taken much time. Yeah, I'm open for questions. I'm done for today. So if you're having any doubts, any questions, any queries, I'm open. I'll stop sharing my screen.
Participants, post your questions on chat box or unmute yourself and ask the question. Yes, any questions? Okay, thank you, sir, for delivering such as insightful and engaging session on agenting AI and foundation models, design, application, and research direction. Very wonderful session, sir, and it helps a lot. Now I request Professor Preeti Kothawade ma'am to give vote of thanks. Please, ma'am. Kothawade ma'am. Yes, Preeti Kothawade ma'am.
Hello, am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, audible, ma'am.
Good afternoon to one and all. On the behalf of Sri Siddheshwar Women's College of Engineering, Solapur, I extend my sincere gratitude to our respected resource person, Santosh Kumar Chobe sir, for giving us a knowledgeable session on agenting AI and foundation models, research, design, and applications. Respected Zube sir's expert guidance, in-depth knowledge, and engaging presentation provided participants with a comprehensive understanding on rule-based AI, machine learning, deep learning, foundation models, agentic AI with real-world examples. And he also gave very detailed information of the AI tools like KhanMigo, Oak National AI, which are very helpful for our academics. I am very thankful for Sir for giving his valuable time, dedication, and willingness to share your expertise with us. We also thank all participants, organizing committee, coordinators, and supporting staff for their active involvement and contribution to the success of this session. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Over to you, madam.
Now, yes, thank you, ma'am. Now I request all the participants to turn on your camera for photograph. Participants, please turn on your camera.
नमस्ते चोबे सर.
नमस्ते चव्हाण सर, कशा आहात?
हो छान आहे. तुमचं सेशन छान झालं.
Thank you, thank you. Hope it will be useful for the participants.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. केलाय प्रयत्न मी, बघूया आता.
येस येस. नाही, टॉपिक पण छान होता आणि आपला एफडीपी पण छान होता.
येस सर.
सगळे रिसोर्स पर्सन त्या त्याला मॅचिंग आणि इनडेप्थ नॉलेज असलेले होते.
अरे ग्रेट ग्रेट ग्रेट.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. So shortly we will start our valedictory function. All participants be here only.
With the permission of our honorable principal sir and today's chief guest of this valedictory function, Professor S.V. Chobe sir. Sir, shall we start valedictory function?
Yes, sir.
Andre madam, we can start the valedictory function.
Yes, okay, sir. Good afternoon to one and all. Myself, Professor Preeti Kothawale, feel privileged to present the valedictory address for this enriching FDP program on recent trends in AI for next generation teaching learning process, combinedly organized by AI and DS and CSE department. On the behalf of Sri Siddheshwar Women's College of Engineering, I warmly welcome respected Chief Guest Dr. Santosh Kumar Chobe Sir, Honorable Principal Sir, Dr. T.A. Chavan Sir, Coordinator of this FDP program, Professor Amul Phatak Sir, Dr. V.G. Chavan Sir, and distinguished resource persons and dear participants for this valedictory function. As we come to the conclusion of this 1 week faculty development program, over the past 5 days, this FDP has provided us with valuable insights into innovative teaching methodologies, emerging educational technologies, AI-enabled learning, and learner-centric practice. The sessions have not only enhanced our knowledge, but have also inspired us to adapt next generation teaching approaches that promote creativity, critical thinking, and effective student engagement. We are deeply honored to have Dr. Santosh Kumar Chobe sir as our chief guest today. His presence adds great value to this valedictory session, and we sincerely thank him for his guidance, motivation, and support towards academic excellence and innovative in the education. Now, I request Professor Amul Pathak sir to give overview of this feedback. Please, sir.
Good afternoon to all. My voice is audible, madam?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Very warm good afternoon to all. As we have came to the concluding part of this national level 5 days online faculty development program on the one of the, I call it as the trading topic or recent topic, that is recent trends in AI for next generation teaching learning process. We have started this online FDP on 27th January, day 1. Today is 31st January, is our day 5. So I just want to give the overview. I would call it as one of the successful session or the workshop, because we have got all the resource person, or we call it as the esteemed resource person, who had conducted a very good, rather I call it as an excellent session, and has made this workshop as a successful. Another important entity is all our participants. We have got a very good response with the more than 170 plus 75 registration for this 1 week online FDP. Out of this, almost 25 to 30 participants are from our college, so that they also get benefited. But we have got almost 150 participants from outside our college, and more than 10 to 15 participants outside of the Maharashtra, so which has made this workshop as at a national level. We have got the registration from nearby states also. We have got it from the Vijaypur, Gulbarga, Bangalore, and some of the PhD research scholars has also joined this 5 days online FDP. So I just consider, as all have attended day 1, for the resource person, we have got Dr. P.N. Mahalle sir, and focus more on the AI for personalized learning, how we can use the AI for personalized learning. On day 2, actually we are having the session of Professor S.V. Chobe sir, but it is postponed. So on date 3, the session is conducted by Dr. Amol sir on the topic of AI for academic excellence, trends in the teaching, research and administration. On the day 4, we are considering it as the session as 1 day is kept due to unavoidable things. So on today, day 5, we have conducted 2 sessions. In the morning at 11, the session was conducted by the Dr. Amol G. Patil sir, and he has in depth explained the concept of explainable AI, XAI, as well as has given the research guidance that how we can work in the XAI, explainable AI, and how we can proceed for the future direction and the research. And just now we have listened to the very in detail as well as the hands-on practically sir has showed. Professor Dr. S.V. Chobe sir has delivered the topic on agentic AI and the foundation models, design application and research direction. So looking to the overall response, I really thankful to our Siddhiveshwar Women's College of Engineering Management, our honorable principal, Dr. T.A. Chauhan sir, myself and Dr. Vijay Chauhan sir as the coordinator of this workshop, the co-coordinator of this workshop, Dr. Deshmukh madam, Trupti Deshmukh madam and Pooja Katare madam, and all the organizing committee. I just want to inform, before I conclude, I just want to inform to all the participants that the overall feedback link of this workshop will be shared immediately after the validity function, and all participant has to appear for the online quiz, based on whatever we have learned from the last 5 days. It is just a 30 MCQ question. Okay, so I want everyone to most give this. So considering your attendance to this workshop as well as your feedback, overall feedback, and the quiz, completion of the quiz, okay, definitely we are in a position to deliver the certificate, if possible, maybe today at the end of the day, or all will receive the certificate on the Monday. So thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Now I request participants to share their overview of this faculty development program. I request participants to give their feedback on this faculty development program.
Yes, I know all of you are going to fill the feedback form, but anyone is can on your mic and give the feedback.
Good evening, one and all. Myself, Jagdish Mudegaonkar from Karmayogi Institute of Technology, Shedwe, Pandharpur. I attended this 5 days faculty development program on recent trends in artificial intelligence for next generation teaching learning process. Within these 5 days, this program is very much beneficial for all the teachers, and we are also aware about the artificial intelligence, its scopes and its use. So the sessions conducted by the resource persons are excellent, and these sessions are beneficial to all the participants. So thank you, Siddheshwar Women's College and its team for organizing such a nice faculty development program for all teachers. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your kind words. They really inspire us. Thank you, sir. Anyone else? If anyone wants to share their views? Okay. Now we will move further. Now I request our Honorable Principal Sir, Dr. T. A. Chavan Sir, to share their views on this FDP. Please, sir.
Good evening to all. Dear Dr. Santosh Kumar Chobe, Professor of IT, PCCOE, Ravet, Pune, and also he is my good friend. We work together at Suris College of Engineering, Pandharpur, and even we were at Pune also, but in different colleges. And he is a resource person today for this workshop that is on recent trends in AI for next generation teaching learning process. And also we requested him to be as a chief guest for today's valedictory function also. And all other resource persons, including Dr. P.N. Mahle sir, who was the resource person at the first day and also worked as a chief guest. Then Professor Tanaji Kadtare sir, Dr. Amol Admute sir, and Dr. Amol Patil sir. Then coordinator of this FDP, Professor Amol Phatak sir, HOD AIDS, and Dr. Vijit Sawan sir, HOD CSE. Then co-coordinators of this FDP, Professor Trupti Deshmukh madam and Professor Pooja Katare madam, all other organizing committee members and all participants from various colleges. So on behalf of our college, I, Dr. T. S. Sawan, Principal, express my sincere thanks to all the participants, all the resource persons, and the special resource person and chief guest for today's that is FDP session, Dr. Santosh Kumar Chobe sir, for accepting our invitation and contributing or delivering a nice session for this FDP on recent trends in AI for next generation teaching learning process. Today is the last day for our 1 week this online FDP, and we all have gathered here to conclude this FDP with valedictory function. So first of all, I congratulate all the participants for their participation in this FDP, and I hope that all the participants have enjoyed this online FDP on recent trends in next generation teaching learning process. I am also confident that the technologies learned from this 1 week online FDP will definitely help the participants to increase their teaching, learning, and research skills. And I also request all the participants to see that these new technologies learned during this FDP would reach to the students. Then and only then this the objectives or the aim of this online 1 week FDP will be fulfilled or successful. So this FDP is related to teaching learning process by using the AI tools or new or advanced technologies. And as in the first day, at the time of inauguration, I told you that is in due course of time, the teacher's job may take place by this AI tools or AI. So we have to deliver the sessions in such a way that there should not be replacement for teachers, because for AI or AI tools, this is a mechanical or automation, but the person or the teacher which is having the mind, so as and when or situation based, he can take the decision. So that decision or situation based decision may not be taken by this AI. So whatever input if you give, that time that way it will work. But as far as situation based or based on that particular requirement, the teacher or the teacher can interact with the students. So this will not replace. But if as a teacher, if we start delivering the sessions as per the students' requirement, then there will not be any replacement. But if we don't change, with the requirement of the what we can call the students which are in the current era, then it is very difficult for us. So we as a teachers, it is very much necessary to upgrade themselves with the new technologies or by using the AI tools. If you deliver the sessions, then it will be very acceptable, or the students will get the benefit of this. And the purpose of this, that is FDP, is to reach the whatever the discussion or whatever the knowledge you acquired through this FDP, it should reach to the students. Then and only then we can say this FDP become successful, or the purpose of arranging this FDP will become successful. Or even AICT, UGC, everywhere we are getting the, that is guidelines that arrange the FDP or workshops, even for the sake of that is NAC, NBA, we are arranging this. But as far as students' requirement is concerned, as far as these new technologies are concerned, so we must remain updated with the new technologies, and for that this FDP is arranged. So I express my sincere thanks to all the resource persons, participants, and special thanks to our coordinators, Professor Amol Pathak sir and Dr. Vijay Sawan sir, and co-coordinators Trupti madam and Professor Katare madam, then anchorer PS Pandre madam, Kotawale madam, then Parshe madam, and all other teaching and non-teaching staff members for their continuous involvement efforts to make this that is FDP grand success. And this FDP we have decided by discussing with one of my friend, as all of you know that Professor Tanaji Khadtare or TD Khadtare, we were discussing that is how these AI tools can be helpful or make use of this for the teaching learning process for our faculty members. And he told that I will give some topics, and he given the some few topics. So out of that, I found that this topic is very useful for the teaching faculty as far as this AI is concerned or artificial intelligence is concerned. And we finalized and content our Pathak sir and Chavan sir, they have finalized, and accordingly they also finalized the resource persons and this FDP successfully we completed. So when we say it is a successful, because if there are participants, so more than 150 participants are there. Just sir mentioned that is more than I think 170 or 180 participants are there. That means it is 100% successful. Only it should reach to the students. Then and only then we can say it is a successful. So hope that in future also whatever our workshops or FDPs will be there, all the participants will respond with the same feel and zeal. So with this, once again, I express my sincere thanks to today's resource person and chief guest, Chobe sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Over to the madam.
Thank you, sir. Now, I request our today's chief guest, Dr. Santosh Kumar Chobe, sir, to share his views. Kind, sir, please.
Yeah, am I audible, madam?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, okay. Respected Principal Dr. T.H. Chavan sir, distinguished resource persons, esteemed coordinators, Dr. Amol Pathak sir, Vijay Chavan sir, we all work together, so we all are actually friends. Then all my dear faculty members and participants. Good afternoon, one and all. It's truly a privilege and honor for me to be invited as a chief guest for this valedictory function. The FDP, that is recent trends in AI for next generation teaching learning process, is really a need of our, I can say, and I should congratulate all these organizers for conducting such a timely and relevant FDP. As we all know, AI is no longer a concept of future because it's the reality of today's classrooms. We have witnessed a significant transformation in education from traditional chalk and talk methods to digital learning and now towards AI-driven environments. This FDP has rightly focused on equipping educators with the knowledge and skills required to navigate through the transformation confidently. However, while embracing AI, we must also remain mindful about ethical considerations. I spoke about ethics, explainable AI as well as responsible AI. So we should be mindful of ethical considerations, data privacy, and algorithmic bias. As educator, our responsibility is not only to use these AI tools, but also to teach the students about how to use these AI tools wisely, ethically, and importantly, critically. So future demands not just AI literate students, but AI responsible citizens. I'm confident that over the course of this FDP, participants must have gained valuable insights into the recent AI tools, trends, and innovative pedagogical strategies. Most importantly, I hope this program has inspired these educators to experiment, innovate your teaching learning processes to better meet the expectations of next generation learners or next generation students. I would like to appreciate the resource persons for sharing their expertise, organizing committee for their meticulous planning, and the participants for their enthusiastic involvement, enthusiastic uh, participation into the FDP. In conclusion, I would like to say AI is not the destination, it is a powerful enabler. The true transformation in education will happen when technology is guided by strong pedagogical principles. I once again congratulate the organizers on the successful completion of this FDP and wish all the participants great success in implementing what they have learned in their classrooms and institutions. Okay. Thank you all. Thank you once again.
Thank you, sir. Now, I request Dr. Vijay Chavan, sir, to give vote of thanks for this valedictory function. Sir, please.
Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Respected chief guest, esteemed resource persons, honorable principal sir, head of different departments, and dear participants. It gives me an immense pleasure to propose a vote of thanks. As a coordinator of this FDP, I feel proud and grateful for the active participation and wholehearted support extended by you all. An important takeaway from this FDP is that an artificial intelligence has become a crucial part of today's engineering education. It plays an important role in current teaching learning scenarios. The sessions of this faculty development program demonstrated how AI can enhance outcome-based education. As we come to the concluding part of today's program, I would like to express sincere thanks to distinguished resource persons for sharing their valuable insights. I also extend my heartfelt gratitude to our respected principal sir and management for their continuous support in the organizing this particular faculty development program. I also appreciate all the participants for your enthusiasm and patience in listening the sessions throughout this particular faculty development program. Your active involvement truly made this FDP successful. Last but not the least, I would like to express special thanks to organizing committee members and supporting staff for their dedicated and continuous efforts for the successful conduction of this faculty development program. Once again, thank you all and look forward to your continued support in our future academic activities or programs. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Yes, for participants, overall feedback link has been shared in your chat box. Kindly fill that feedback form and a link for will be shared and you need to give the quiz. Okay. So, as we conclude this FDP, let us carry forward the knowledge, skills, and inspiration gained here and implement them in our teaching and learning practice to shape the future of education. Now, with the permission of Honorable Principal Sir, I formally declare the successful completion of 1 week faculty development program.
Okay, madam.
Thank you all. Thank you all and best wishes for your continued growth and success. Have a good day.
Thank you all.
Yes, sir. Patel sir, can I leave the meeting?
Yes, sir.
फीडबॅक
Shobhit sir,
लिंक
thank
पाठवा
you.
ना.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Madki sir.
Okay.
As madam has announced that for participants, it is compulsory to give the overall feedback as well as appear for the quiz. Thank you.